This all began with greed. The greed for and desire for a $1 million life insurance policy. She should have answered my calls. She should have spoken to me. I would have given her the money. She could have let JJ and Tylee live and had $1 million. She could have been free to be Chad's mistress and foot the bill with the money from spilled blood. JJ and Tylee could have been with us living happy lives. Instead, she took all that away, all because she is a money-hungry, power-mongering monster.
One of the people who spoke at the sentencing of Doomsday cult mom Lori Vallow Daybell was the grandmother of Lori's late son, JJ. Kay Woodcock and her husband, Larry, brought JJ home from the hospital after he was born prematurely. They were also the ones to alert police that JJ and his sister Tylee were missing. They sat down with Court TV's Chanley Painter after the sentencing to talk about what they call poetic justice.
I want to start, though, with her speaking. When she said yes, you were both sitting in there, I could see you. What was going through your head?
You know, I couldn't believe she was spouting off anything about religion and then using it to, again, back what her narrative. But I just, my eyes were probably, if someone was recording me, my eyes were probably rolling all over the place.
I saw your eyes rolling all over the place. I was looking over to you because I think everyone's jaw was dropping.
Yeah.
She starts out with a Bible verse.
Yeah.
And Jesus understands her. And I looked over to you guys, and I think you looked at Larry and then rolled and laughed a little bit. It's just, it was really unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, I still can't. I can't honestly imagine what she was trying to do, but it was a failure. She really embarrassed herself more than she already has. There isn't a person in that courthouse that actually believed anything she said. And the simple fact to me that her attorney led off with the ridiculous statement that he led off with was almost insulting. It really was. And then for her to follow up in her statement the way she did, you know, I said a long time ago, and when this case was starting, when it was underway during trial, it's impossible to defend the indefendable. And making up lies is not how you defend it. I would have had much more respect for her if she just said, "Can I ask forgiveness?"
Well, she would never do that. That would mean she was wrong.
I'm saying that would have been what, if I was in her position, it was the time for her to come clean in front of the judge, in front of the audience out there, in front of
the world.
Every world. Is just come clean and say, look, I made a bad mistake. I made a lot of bad mistakes, and I ask forgiveness. I know I'm going to prison for life, and I'll be carried out in a body bag, and I'm asking for forgiveness instead of spewing what she spewed, and using religion is a bigger insult.
Okay, you were going to say something.
What the judge, we had to, on our statements, we had to strike a few things to accommodate the judge's
court
order. And one of the things I had to strike was absolutely my favorite part of my statement. And it was that, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it was, I wish that, I hope the judge doesn't give her any leniency, because the only way she should ever leave prison is in a body bag. That was my, like at the very
That's
end of
what
my
they took
statement,
out.
and that's one of the things I had to take out. But that was my favorite part.
Why do you think she did that?
The ring on her finger is for her last grasp at being married to her Chud, the spud.
And I can just about guarantee everybody right now that Chad's attorneys are going to throw her under not a bus, but a steamroller.
Yeah.
And
I bet he's
so-
thinking twice about, well, maybe I need to just rethink all this and cop a plea, because look what happened to her. And I think the evidence is stronger against him.